It's very topical, so let's talk about sun damage to the skin. Firstly, sunlight itself isn't the enemy. Sensible sunlight exposure can have great benefits for our health and well-being. The issue begins when the skin receives more UV radiation than it can safely manage. Sunburn is a clear sign that the skin has been overwhelmed by UV exposure. By the time the skin becomes red and painful, DNA damage has already occurred within the skin cells. Some of these damaged cells will die and be shed naturally, while others may survive and will continue dividing and replicating with that DNA damage carried forward. And it's not just sunburn, even a tan is actually part of the skin's protective response. When skin cells detect UV damage, they increase melanin production, the pigment that gives the skin its colour, in an attempt to protect the deeper layers. So while a tan is often seen as healthy, biologically it is actually the skin responding to injury and trying to defend itself. So what daily UV radiation is doing to the skin? Think of your skin like a multi-storey building with a roof but no sun protection, and where UV exposure slowly weakens each level over time. So at the top you have the epidermis, your outer security system. It has 4 layers. The outermost layer, the stratum corneum, is like the painted exterior wall of a building. It takes the first impact from the sun, leading to dryness, rough texture and surface damage, like paint fading and cracking over time. Below that, the next layer of the epidermis is the stratum granulosum, and that acts like a waterproof seal, say. So UV exposure disrupts this barrier, making it harder for the skin to retain moisture and defend itself effectively. Next down the third layer, you have the stratum spineosum. This is like the internal connectors holding the structure together. Repeated UV exposure creates inflammation and stress here, gradually weakening the skin's resilience. At the base of the epidermis, this layer here, you have the stratum basale. This is the construction site of new skin. This is where the new skin cells are made. UVB radiation can directly damage DNA in these cells, like introducing faults into newly built bricks. Over time, the repeated damage can lead not only to visible aging, but it also increases the risk of skin cancer at a cellular level. If we move deeper into the dermis, the building steel scaffolding, say, this layer contains collagen, elastin, blood vessels, sebaceous glands, all essential for strength, structure, and skin health. Unlike UVB, UVA radiation doesn't usually burn the skin. Instead, it penetrates deeper and it slowly breaks down collagen and elastin. It's a bit like rust forming on steel supports. Doesn't matter at first, but gradually weakening the entire structure over time, leading to wrinkles, sagging, and loss of firmness. Studies actually suggest that 80 to 90% of visual facial aging is caused by sun exposure rather than the natural aging process alone. This is what we call photoaging, premature aging driven by UV exposure over time. Beneath the dermis, you have the hypodermis, this layer here, the cushioning foundation. Long-term sun damage can reduce overall skin support and structural integrity here, leading to sagginess and drooping of the skin. Across all layers, UV exposure also creates free radicals. These are unstable molecules that act like sparks, moving through the building, damaging cells and overwhelming the skin's natural repair systems. The key message dermatologists often emphasise is that the sun's damage builds quietly over time. You don't know it's happening, even on cloudy days and even through windows. This is where SPF becomes essential. Think of it as a protective filter or shield over the entire building, reducing how much UV radiation reaches the skin and preventing damage at both the surface and structural level. Never too late to start wearing SPF. Protecting your skin now helps prevent further damage, preserves the collagen and supports healthier skin. SPF isn't just skincare, it's a long-term protection for the structure and health of your skin, for which you'll reap the difference in years to come. It's not about fearing the sun, it's about enjoying it sensibly while caring for your skin's health. And pale girls, embrace your natural skin, or if you want a tan, fake it.